we've gone through so far. So a couple of storybooks in there and a couple of fiction books based on real stories also. So going through the reading, we were focusing on a few different skills for the most part. So the first skill we were covering was reading comprehension. So to practice our reading comprehension skills, we had discussions. We constantly went through and tested with different parts of the story. So we talked about what our favourite parts were, what we thought about different characters, just to fully make sure we understood the text. The second skill we were focusing a lot of our time on was, of course, reading fluency. So this is, we practiced reading out loud with confidence. A few of the students, when we started, they were a little bit quieter. Maybe when they weren't sure on a word, they'd just be quiet. So we focused on reading out loud with confidence, improving pronunciation, reading and recognizing new vocabulary. So how to pronounce words we're not sure of, but also how to guess what they mean based on the context of the writing. So after we finished our reading, we also practiced our writing skills. So we wrote different pieces on the texts that we read. So a few of the things we wrote are book reports. We wrote summaries for different chapters. We wrote character comparisons. So finding two characters in the book, finding out what's different about them, what's the same, using examples and quotes from the book to do that. We also did creative writing activities. So one of the examples of a creative writing activity we did was we did a diary entry pretending to be one of the characters. So the students had to pretend to be a character, find what they did wrong, explain what they did wrong. It really helped tie the reading together. So another of the skills we're working on is critical thinking. So when we're reading, it's very easy to also learn critical thinking skills too. So one of the main ones we did was to reduce books to their few ideas, to simplify what we have read. It's a great way for students to put the writing into their own words and to understand it how they know how to. So to do this, we had discussions that connect our real life experiences to topics we came across in the books. We also shared personal opinions on characters, actions and themes, and then justified them using evidence from the text course. So we compared characters, which is a great way to learn critical thinking skills. We judged the characters' actions. So, for example, in the books we were reading, one of the grandparents was very badly behaved. So we went through and we judged what actions that the character did that were perhaps not ideal. And last but not least, we focused on vocabulary also. So we were guessing what new words meant. I had the kids explain, if some students knew the vocabulary, it helped them explain to the other students who perhaps didn't know, to help that way. We did lots of practice for new vocabulary, so we did gap fill tasks, we did matching activities, we had the students write the definitions down so to help them memorize new words. And we also had frequent testing to make sure that the words were really understood and memorized. So these are the areas we're going to focus on this week. So we're going to practice using more of a variety of connecting words. So sometimes it's easy for the student sentences to kind of get too long and too long-winded. So we're going to practice how to make writing more natural using a variety of connecting words. Also for longer tasks, sometimes it's easy to repeat a similar idea that doesn't add anything to the answer.
쓴 거를 가지고 지금 이 작업에 이제 들어가는 거예요.
And then, we're also going to pay attention when we're reading to make sure to say every word and to make sure we pronounce the correct grammatical ending for different words too. And then last but not least, we're going to be applying punctuation more consistently. including many capital letters, commas, apostrophes, and full stops. So we're really gonna go through those this week in the coming week. Okay,
Thank you.